Hey, how's it going everyone? MLT Magic Tricks here. So in this video, I'm going to be giving you a performance and a tutorial for this really great no setup card trick that I definitely think you should add to your routine. But before we get into it, if you are new here to the channel, make sure you subscribe for more card trick videos like this. If you enjoy this video, make sure you hit that like button. Now let's get right into the performance. Alright, so for this trick, we are going to be using the two jokers. We're just going to place them off to the side to start. We will get to them in a second. At this point, I would hand the deck over to my spectator and let them give the cards a shuffle. Once they are done, I would have them make a selection. So let's say my spectator chooses this card. In this case, we have the 7 of clubs. Now, I would explain to my spectator, we're going to be placing their card face down in between the two jokers here. So once again, we have the first joker. We got the spectator's card that's going face down right in between them like this. Now, by giving the deck a quick cut here, we're able to keep the two jokers face up with the spectator's card face down in the middle. Now, using the rest of the deck here, I'm actually going to go ahead and choose a card. So in this case, my selection will be the 5 of diamonds. So what we're going to do here is take my card, the 5 of diamonds. You can see it right here. I'm just going to place my card, the 5 of diamonds, on the table, and we're going to place the rest of these cards just directly on top of our jokers here, in this deck. To do a quick recap, my spectator chose a card, which was the 7 of clubs. We placed it face down in between the two jokers here, and then I took out a card, the 5 of diamonds, and placed it right here on the table. But all I have to do is snap my fingers, and you will see the card right here is now the spectator selection, the 7 of clubs. And if we go to the deck and I spread out the cards face down on the table, the card now in between the two jokers should be my card, the 5 of diamonds. So guys, that is the trick. It's a really cool one. If you want to learn how to perform it, make sure you watch the tutorial. Alright, so I hope you guys enjoyed that performance. This is a really great no setup effect that should definitely be in your routine, so grab your deck of cards and let's get right into the tutorial. All you need for this trick is a standard deck with two jokers that have identical faces. So make sure the artwork on the two jokers is identical. You do not want any difference between the faces on the jokers because your spectator may call you out at one point in the trick if that's the case. So make sure you've got two jokers with the exact same face. Once you have done that, you are good to go. So you can just start off with your jokers on top of the deck, go up to your spectator and tell them, all right, for this trick, we are going to be using the two jokers. Just place them off to the side to start, and then you're going to hand the deck over to your spectator and have them shuffle the cards as much as they want to, because this is a completely no setup trick. From here, they are going to choose a card. They have a free selection. Once your spectator takes out a card, you can go ahead and turn it over. So in this case, we have the 10 of clubs. Now you're going to pick up the jokers and then just place their card face down right in the middle of them. And then while you spread them back out, you're going to tell your spectator, okay, once again, we have the first joker, we have your card that's going face down. And then when you place their card on top of the deck again here, you're going to need to maintain a pinky break right below it. And then you're placing the second joker directly on top of that break. So now you have a pinky break below the top joker and their selection, which is face down. From here, you're going to transfer this pinky break over to a thumb break in your other hand. Now you are going to cut some cards directly on top. You're going to want to start the cut in the top half of the deck here. So you're going to bring around 3/4 of the deck directly on top of your break here. And then once you are in this position, you're going to grab all of the cards from the top of the break and place them face down on the table. And you're going to tell your spectator, okay, by doing that quick cut, we've got your two jokers that are face up with your selection in the middle. It makes it seem like that, but in reality, you only have one joker here face up on top of this pile, and then you have the other joker face up at the bottom with their selection face down on the very bottom. So I hope that made sense. I'll go over it one more time. It's a pretty simple move to do once you practice it a little bit. You have got their selection face down, in between the two jokers here on top of the deck. You've got your pinky break. You're transferring it over to a thumb break. You're cutting around 3/4 of the deck directly on top. You're telling your spectator, all right, we're going to go ahead and place the two jokers with your selection face down in the middle on the table. You've just done the move there. So now you are set up in this position. Keep this deck very square because once again, you got the joker and their selection on the bottom. From here, you're picking up these cards and you're telling your spectator, all right, now I'm going to go ahead and take out a card from the rest of the deck here. So you're just going to spread through. You can take out any card. Make sure you don't spread too far and flash your joker that you got face up there on the bottom. So just take out a card. You can go ahead and take it out, turn it face up, and bring it to the top of the deck. In this case, we have the 9 of spades. Once you have shown your spectator the card you chose, you're going to pull down on the bottommost card, which is their selection here. So you're going to pull down on the card with your pinky. You're going to come over with your other hand, transfer this over to a thumb break, and get in position to do this move. So you're going to cut around half of the deck here into your other hand. You're going to turn the card face down and just remind them, okay, once again, I have the 9 of spades. As you are sliding the card up, you have got the the thumb break, below their card right here. So you're pushing up on your card. You're telling them, okay, we have the 9 of spades. As you're turning your wrist over, you're dropping their selection directly on top. So in slow motion, this is what it's going to look like. You're pushing up. This is the exposed view. You're dropping that. As you drop it, you're turning your wrist and telling them, okay, we have my card here, the 9 of spades. You're pushing it in, and then you're telling them, okay, we're going to place the 9 of spades right there on the table. Your spectator thinks you have just dropped, your card there on the table, but in reality, you have placed their selection on the table, and your card stays on top right here. So I hope that made sense. It's quite simple. Once you get the hang of it, you got your card face up on top of your pile, pull down on their card with your pinky, transfer it over, swing cut, you do the move, you tell them, okay, once again here, we got the 9 of spades, push it in, place it down, you've just done the switch with now their card face down on the table. You're going to push over, pull back, you get a pinky break below the card here. So you can just do that as you're bringing the deck over. So push over, pull back, you got the break, you're placing the rest of the cards directly on top. You've maintained the break here. Then you're placing all the cards from above the break directly on top here, because this is what you're doing. You're now placing the joker and the 9 of spades there directly in between the joker that's already on the deck. So you've got the break, you're placing all the cards down, then you can just place the rest of the deck directly on top. You can give these cards a couple cuts if you want. Tell your spectator, you're just going to do a quick recap of the trick. You tell them, okay, you took out a card at the start, which was, that 10 of clubs. We placed it face down in between the 2 jokers. And then I chose a card, the 9 of spades. I place it down on the table. You snap your fingers, do whatever you want to, show them the cards, have switched. You don't even have to tell them they switched it. You just say, okay, wait, it seems like your card is now here on the table. We're going to go to the deck, spread out the cards on the table, and they will see there is still a card face down in between the 2 jokers that are face up. You take it out, and they will see it is actually your selection, the one that you took out just now, the 9 of spades. So it makes it seem like the card's instantly switched. It has a very powerful effect that will definitely fool your spectators. Make sure you practice it a little bit. There are a couple moves in there that may require a little bit of practice at first, especially if you are a beginner. But once you get it down a couple times, the trick will work all the time. It's a really fun one to perform that will definitely get some great reactions. So definitely give this trick a try. Let me know how it goes. Thank you for watching. I will see you in the next video. Peace out.